students, welcome you all to our brilliant channel Maths Nation. Dear students, if you have not subscribed Maths Nation, kindly subscribe it now and press the bell icon to get the notification of the upcoming videos. Students, I promise you to complete your syllabus and would like to solve all your queries which you may kindly drop in my comment box. The students, today we discussed about the chapter probability. What do you mean by probability? The word probability is commonly used in our day-to-day conversations that we are generally use this word even without going into the details. Its actual meaning, generally people have a rough idea about the meaning. In our day-to-day life, we come across statements like probably it may rain today. He may possibly join in politics. He is probably right. This is called the day-to-day commonly used the word probability. Then the elementary event and outcome of a random experiment is called probability of this. Suppose we throw a coin, then there is two experiments we get. Tossing a coin, we get either this may be head we get or this may be tail. Getting head on the upper face of the coin, then getting tail on the upper face of the coin are two elementary events associated with the experiments of tossing a coin. Now let us discuss when we throw a coin, either we get head or tail. This is two probability we get. Then suppose we throw two coins simultaneously, then either we get head or we get head tail or we get tail head or both tail and tail. These are four elementary events which we may get when we throw two coins simultaneously. If we throw three coins simultaneously, then we can get the elementary events. We can get this may be head. Then next this may be head and tail, or head tail head, or head tail head. Next we may get tail head or head tail or tail head tail or tail head or tail. These all are the events we may probably get while throwing three coins simultaneously. Now there be a cubical shape called dice. When we throw a dice, there are six events may come out. It may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. While we throwing a die, the upper face marked, we may get 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Then the compound event, throwing a die and get even numbers. This may we get 2, 4, 6 are even numbers. And throwing a die and we get odd numbers. This may be 1, 3 or 5. Okay. Then what is the theoretical meaning of probability? If an element events associated with a random experiment and m of them are favorite to an event of A, then the probability of happening an occurrence of event A is denoted as probability of A is equal to m out of n. Means m is the elementary events associated with the random experiment and n is the total number of events. N is the total number of events and m is the favorable event. Suppose we throw a coin and we get all even numbers. Then here the The favorable events are, this may be 2, 4 or 3 or 6. Then the favorable events are 3 and total events are 6. You may get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. Then here the probability of getting an even number while throwing a die is equal to even number is equal to 3 out of 6, which is equal to 1 upon 2. Okay. Then this means probability of A means probability of a favorable conditions is always equal to m upon n. This means where m is less than, greater than, equal to 0 and less than n. Then we say that m upon n is always greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 1. This means probability of A is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 1. This means probability of A is always greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 1. Then this means probability of any event is called, and certain event A is called impossible event. This means probability of 1 is the event A is called impossible event. If probability of A is 0, this means m elementary events are favorable to an event A out of n elementary events. So then probability of A dash, which is equal to 1 minus probability of A. Suppose we get, while throwing a coin to die and to get the number even numbers, then the even numbers means 2, 4 or 6. Then the total events are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total number of events are 6. To getting only even numbers are 3. Then this is 3 out of 6 is probability of getting even numbers. P of A is equal to 3 upon 6. This means probability of getting without even numbers. Mean P of A dash is equal to 1 minus probability of A, which is 1 minus 3 upon 6, which is also 3 upon 6. Okay. Then let us discuss some more examples to clear about this. Let us discuss. I have already told you, please do more and more questions which will be helpful for you to get a clear idea about the theory. Here the question says, an unbiased die is thrown. What is the probability of getting an even number? Getting an even number means either you get 3 or 4 or 6. Then the total number of outcomes, favorable number of events is equal to 3. Means m is equal to 3. And total number of outcomes, this may be 1, 2, 3. While throwing a die, the total number of outcomes are 6. Here 6. Then the probability of getting an even number P of A is equal to 3 out of 6, which is equal to 1 upon 2. Then the second question says, while throwing a die, getting a number multiple of 3. Then the getting the number multiple of 3, either you get or 3 or 6. Then the getting the number multiple of 3 is equal to 3 and 6. This means m is equal to 2 and total number of events n is equal to 6. Then here probability of getting a number multiple of 3 is equal to 2 out of 6, which is equal to 1 upon 3. Then next question says that while you throwing a die, given getting an even number or a multiple of 3. Given an even number or a multiple of 3. Getting an even number means 2, 4, 6. or it may be multiple of 3. Multiple of 3 is 3 and 6. Here the total number of favorable conditions is m is equal to 4 and total number of events is 6. N is equal to 6. Then the probability of getting the number either a even number or multiple of 3 is equal to 4 out of 6, which is equal to 2 upon 3. Then another question says that I have already told you, please students practice questions. Then can you get a perfect idea about the theory. Only knowing theory is not sufficient. Here the question says that an even number and a multiple. In the last question, even number or a multiple of 3. Here the question says an even number and a multiple. This number must be a even number and a multiple of 3. Then the even number which is multiple of 3 out of all 6 outcomes is only 6. Then the number of outcomes to get the number which will be an even number and a multiple of 3. Then this is the only one outcome. Here m equal to 1. Then n equal to 6. Total number of outcomes. Then probability of a is equal to m upon n means 1 upon 6. Then the probability is 1 upon 6. Okay. Then next questions. What the next question says? Keep it here. Keep it here and continue here. Then the next question says that, here the question says that a number 3 or 4. The number may be 3 or 4. Then while throwing a die, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number either 3 or 4. This means here m equal to 2 and n is the total number of outcome 6. Then here probability of a is equal to 2 out of 6, which is equal to 1 upon 3. Then next question. The next question says that, here the next question says, if an odd number, getting an odd number, the total number of outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting an odd numbers means the number may be 1 or 3 or 5. Then the total number of favorable outcomes are m equal to 3. Then the total number of outcomes is 6. Here probability of getting an odd number is m upon n, which is equal to 3 upon 6, is 1 upon 2. Okay. Then let us discuss some more questions. Here another question says, two unbiased coins are tossed. In last question, the one die is thrown. Here two unbiased coins are tossed simultaneously. The probability of getting two heads while you throwing two coins, there are the events may be head, 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 tail, tail, head, or tail, tail. Then the total number of outcomes is n equal to 4. Then here you getting of two heads is equal to 1. Only one chance to getting head. Then here the probability of getting two head is equal to m upon n, 1 upon 4. Then the next question says that getting of two heads are up, then one head is obtained if any one of the elementary getting only one head, another may be tail. Getting of one head are outcomes, two outcomes. Here m equal to 2. Then the total number of outcomes n equal to 4. Then here probability of getting one head is equal to m upon n is equal to 2 upon 4 is 1 upon 2. Then the next question says that of getting one tail, same thing, one tail means these two. There are here the favorable outcomes are 2 and n equal to total number of outcomes 4. Then here probability of getting one tail is same, m upon n, 2 upon 4, 1 upon 2. Then next question says that at least one head means all these three. There may be two head, then all the three occurrence may be head and head, tail or tail head. Then here m, the favorable outcomes are number 3. Then the total number of outcomes 4. Then here probability of getting at least one head is equal to 3 upon 4. Okay. Then next question says at most one head. No need of two heads. At most one head. No need of two head. Then here at most one head means then the outcomes at most one head, no need of two heads, maybe two tail. Then this may be head tail, tail head or tail tail. At most one head, no head may be possible. Then here the favorable outcomes m equal to 3, n equal to 4. Then the probability of getting at most one head is equal to 3 upon 4. Then next question says that no head, there is no need of head, means two coin have tail. Then this is the favorable conditions. Here m equal to 1, n equal to 4. Then the probability of getting no head is equal to m upon n is equal to 1 upon 4. Okay. Then next question. Then next question says that 3 unbiased coin are tossed together. Then here in the example 3 says that 3 unbiased coin are tossed together. Find the probability of getting all heads. When you throw 3 coins simultaneously, the number of events you get that this may be head, tail or head, tail, head or tail, head or head, tail or tail, head, tail. Here head, tail, head, tail or tail, head, tail, head. Next outcomes may be tail. Means while you throwing 3 coins simultaneously, the total number of outcomes here n is equal to 8. Then the question says that getting all heads once. Here the favorable events are m equal to 1. Here n equal to 8. Probability of getting all heads is equal to m upon n is equal to 1 upon 8. Then the next question says that the event of getting two heads. How many times you get two heads? Once, twice, thrice, bus. 3 times. 3 times you get two heads. Then here m is the favorable conditions are m equal to 3. Then n equal to 8. Then the probability of getting two heads is equal to m upon n, 3 upon 8. Then the next question says that the probability of getting one head. Then how many times you get one head? 1, 2, 3. then how many times you get one head? 3 times. Then the favorable conditions in which you get the number of favorable conditions in which you get one head is m equal to 3, n equal to 8. Then the probability of getting one head is equal to m upon n is 3 upon 8. Then the next question says probability of getting at least 2 heads. At least 2 heads. 3 head may be possible. At least 2 heads. Then here at least 2 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many times? 4 times. Here the favorable conditions in which you get at least 2 heads is m equal to 4, n equal to 8. Then the probability of getting at least 2 heads m upon 8 n is equal to 4 upon 8 is equal to 1 upon 2. Okay. Then next questions. Students, I have already told you, please practice variety of questions. You may do your exercise regularly and ask me your doubt. I am ever ready to clear all your doubts. Here the question says that when you practice, students, variety of questions, it will be easier for you to attempt any questions which will be asked in your exam paper. Only knowing theory is not complete form to do variety of questions. Here the question says that then can you get a complete idea about the theory. Here the question says that a bag contains 3 red balls, 2 blue and here the bag contains 3 red and 2 blue marbles. A marble is drawn at random. What is the probability of drawing blue marble? Here there are total number of marbles are 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Then the total number of events is equal to 5. Out of this, here you have to get, here there are 2 blue marbles. Then the probability of getting a blue marble is equal to m is equal to 2. Then the probability of getting blue marble is equal to m upon n is equal to 2 out of 5. This is the probability of getting one blue marble. Then the probability of getting red marble. Then here there are 3 red marbles. Then the probability of getting red marble m equal to 3, n equal to 5. Then the probability of getting red marble is equal to m upon n 3 out of 5. This is the probability of getting red marble. Then here another questions. Here another question says that if it is known that a box of 600 electric bulbs containing 12 defective bulbs, one bulb is taken out of random from the box, what is the probability that it is a non-defective? There are total number of 600 bulbs in a box, out of which 12 is defective. 12 is defective bulbs. Then the good bulbs are number of good bulbs is equal to 600. Out of 600 only 12 are defective. This means number of good bulbs is 588. Then here the question is asked, while drawing a ball, what is the probability of getting a good bulb, non-defective bulbs? Then here the probability of getting a non-defective bulbs m is equal to here 588. Then there are total number of 600 bulbs. Then the total number of outcomes n is equal to 600, while 588 is the favorable conditions. This means probability of getting non-defective bulbs m upon n is equal to 588 upon 600. Then by simplifying we get this is 49 out of 50, means 0.98 is the probability of getting a good bulbs. The probability of getting a defective bulb, there are 12 defective bulbs. Then the probability of getting here m equal to 12, n equal to 600. Then the probability of getting a defective bulb is equal to 12 upon 600. Then then this is, while simplifying, we get this is 1 upon 50. 1 upon 50 is the probability of getting a defective ball. Then next question. Here another question says that there are 17 cards of name numbered 1, 2, 3 up to 17 cards are in a box. Then mixed it thoroughly. One person draw a card from the box. Find the probability of getting the number on the card is an odd number. There are 17 number of cards. Then the total number of events outcomes are 17. Then out of 17, the odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Then the number of odd cards is number of favorable conditions is 9. Then while drawing the card from the box, the probability of getting an odd number is equal to 9 out of 17 is equal to 9 upon 17. This is the probability of getting an odd number from the box. Then here another question says that the probability of getting even number. Then the even number means this may be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Then the outcomes even numbers is equal to m is equal to 7. Then the total number of outcomes n is equal to 17. Then the probability of getting an even number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Then the total number of events, number of favorable conditions is 8, m equal to 8. Then the probability of getting an even number is equal to 8 out of 17. Then keep it here. Then the next condition says that the number, keep it here. The probability of getting, then the next question says the probability of getting a prime number. The probability of getting a prime number. The prime numbers, the 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, then 17. These are prime numbers. Then here the favorable number of favorable conditions, m is equal to 7. Then n is the total number of outcomes, here 17. Then the probability of getting a prime number is equal to m upon n is equal to 7 upon 17. Then here drawing a card out of 1 to 17, a prime number is 7 upon 17. Okay. Then students, today this much. Thank you students. In my next sessions we will discuss about the next chapter.